Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the very first edition of Team Selection Live for 2017. We'll be going live with exclusive content at 5:55 p.m. Monday through Thursday every week of the season, so make sure you tune in. Now, in just a tick, Senior Coach Don Pyke will be joining me. He'll be fresh from the match committee meeting. He's named a 25-man squad for the season opener against the GWS Giants at Adelaide Oval on Sunday, and we'll pick his brain about some of the major talking points in that group. Speaking of which, let's take a look. In at number one, skipper Taylor Walker is over the hamstring tightness that kept him out of the final quarter of the JLT game against Brisbane. He'll be joined by Vice-Captain Rory Sloane, of course suffering that eye socket injury in the pre-season, but he's been training incredibly hard and is raring to go. Unfortunately, no Jake Lever in the side. Hamstring issues have hampered his pre-season. We'll find out more on his state from Coach Don Pyke in just a tick. Now, after a strong showing in the JLT Community Series, former Giant Curtly Hampton has been named to face his former side in what could be his first AFL game for the Crows. And Andy Otten is back in the fold after 960 days out following those horrific knee injuries he suffered. A huge boost to the side, no doubt. And finally, named on an extended bench, Troy Menzel and Miles Paholke. No doubt a huge thrill for the youngster, and as promised, Pikey joins me. Welcome to our live show, Pikey, the first for 2017. Right. Fresh from match committee meeting, what dominated discussion?
Yeah, well, it was a good discussion around guys who'd had some good form through pre-season and some guys we thought were going to be best suited to playing GWS, and there was some good debate about exactly the players we thought were going to be best suited for this weekend.
Having Tex and Sloaney back, your captain and vice-captain, that can't be overstated, the importance of that. But what do they have to do between now and Sunday to make sure they're out on the park?
Yeah, well, they both trained really well this morning, got through the session, no problem. So it'll be just a matter of how they recover tomorrow. They'll report in to see how their bodies are feeling. And we've got a light run on Saturday morning, so once they've completed that, and that'll be the final box to tick off. And then, yeah, they're both experienced players. They both know their body really well, so they'll be really clear in terms of whether they think they're capable of playing and playing for the 120 minutes. And at this stage, it's really positive. What about Jake Lever? There were indications as late as today that he could be included, but he's not there. What's the story with him? Yeah, with Jake, we just, in talking about with the match committee and also with our high performance staff, we felt that he probably was just short a run, and to leave him in the squad when there was really not a probability he was going to play wasn't the best thing. So he gets a chance to play sample this weekend, get some match minutes. Didn't play all the JLT, and it was just part of his progression. We felt like he needed to run at the sample level. Andy Otten back in the mix after so long out. That must be a huge morale booster for the group. Yeah, brilliant for Andy. I mean, he's put a lot of work in over the pre-season and got himself back in really good form and played well through JLT. So really good reward for him, and fantastic after the journey he's been on to get the opportunity this weekend. And another really positive story in this 25-man squad is Curtly Hampton, named for what could be his first AFL game for the club against his former side, obviously rewarding him for his pre-season efforts. Yeah, fantastic for Curtly. He's a guy who at the end of last year probably had a really interrupted year last year and set his sights on playing round one and playing in the midfield. So to his credit, he's done all the work. He's got himself in great shape, played some good footy through JLT and has earned his spot. So yeah, exciting day for Curtly come Sunday. What's impressed you most with him? Oh, I think he's had a real single-mindedness about his pre-season. He's hasn't missed a session. He's done everything he's been asked of him, and he's really learnt a lot as well. He's gone and spent some time with coaches learning about our game style. He's really engaged in that. And as I said, his target was to play round one, and all credit to him, he's got there. And how about his former side, GWS, your opponents on Sunday? What have you observed of them in this pre-season? Obviously, plenty of hype around them. Plenty have already got the flag in their hands. Yeah, look, they're a fantastic side, and their pre-season, they probably played a younger side the first game. They had a really wet game against Sydney the second game, and then the last game against North Melbourne, they played some really strong footy in the second half. So, yeah, we understand the quality of the opposition. They're the side that was a kick away from a grand final last year, so it's a great first up test for us and one we're looking forward to. And how about you personally? Second season, 3 sleeps. How are you feeling? Yeah, it's great. This is what we do. This is what we do it for. The opportunity to give guys a chance to play on the weekend, see how far we progress as a team. Exciting day come Sunday. We'll get 50,000 Adelaide Oval, home crowd, nice day. Should be great.
Yeah, can't wait. Thanks very much, Pyke. And of course, it's not the only big game for the club this weekend. The inaugural AFLW Grand Final will be staged on the Gold Coast when the Crows women take on the Brisbane Lions. And Coach Beck Goddard has named an unchanged lineup for the Grand Final. We caught up with her just before she headed to Queensland this morning.
It's really great to go in with an unchanged team. Courtney Cramey recovered really well and she'll play in the Grand Final.
Spot a bother that looks like a head clash.
Courtney trained the last main session and the doctors have given her the all clear to play. We've tried all the players in a number of different positions and we think we've got the balance right to play Brisbane this weekend.
Thanks, Beck. And no doubt Beck and her side will take plenty of confidence out of the fact that it was just 3 points separating them and the Brisbane Lions when the two sides met 3 weeks ago. Well, that pretty much wraps up our first live show for the season. Be sure to join us at 5:55 Monday through Thursday for exclusive live content from inside the Adelaide Football Club. You won't want to miss it. Now, enjoy what promises to be a terrific weekend of football. 2 amazing games ahead. Go Crows.